I always greatly admired Virat and was a fan of Virat's. I was lucky enough to interview him many years ago when he first came out as captain. And I was doing an interview with him at the Adelaide Oval for the Nine Network back in those days. And we had about a half an hour time slot. And I had this massive big interview set up, a bit like this, cameras everywhere. And about 25 minutes into the interview, the PA system kicked in around the ground at Adelaide Oval. That just made a hell of a racket. And I had a handful of questions left, 3 or 4. And we had to stop the interview. And he sat there in his chair, and the media manager for India got up and sort of said, come on, we're out of here. And Virat sort of got up out of his chair, and I sort of got out to say goodbye. And he looked at me and he said, Mark, have you finished this interview? And I said, no, I haven't finished the interview yet, but I understand you've got to go. He said, no, we're going to finish this interview. And I said, oh, thank you. So we got the PA settled down. He sat back down to finish off the interview because I think that was great respect to me, but also to the game of cricket and the game of test match cricket. And he talked in that interview about his love of test cricket, how he looked forward to the competition of playing Australia. This was the pinnacle. Play Australia in Australia, and if you can beat them, that's the pinnacle. So that's the Virat Kohli that I always remember. I actually introduced him to my daughter once. She was 17 and said to my daughter, you can marry him if you like. This is before he was married. And she was so embarrassed.